Hi, I'm Andy Call, lead pastor at Church of the Savior in Cleveland Heights. As I'm recording this message for you today, preparations are being made in Cleveland for the first presidential debate. So we're in this interesting position that I am recording this message on one side of that event and you are receiving it on the other side of that event. I, of course, don't know what will have taken place during the presidential debate, but I can make a couple of predictions. One is that both campaigns will declare that their candidate was victorious, that they said the things that they needed to say to resonate with voters. Another prediction I could make is that most voters will have already had their minds made up, and very few people will change what they think based on anything that took place or was said in that event Tuesday evening. It's an interesting juxtaposition as I look at that, though. You know, in our society, we tend to focus on winning and losing. And it seems like we're getting more and more focused on winning and losing now than ever. We tend to make our camp with one side or the other of an ideological argument, and then it's almost as though we surrender our ability to think clearly about the world or about policies or about individual ideas. We tend to just sort of move with herd mentality into that particular group, and then it's as though we're at a poker table pushing all of our chips into the center. We're all in with our side, and it becomes about winning, or maybe even more importantly, about not losing. But this juxtaposition is fascinating because while on Tuesday there's a presidential debate, on Sunday it is World Communion Sunday. And think about those in this way. In one space, there is a debate stage. In the other space, it's an upper room. On the debate stage, there are two opposing lecterns. In the upper room, there is one table. And while leadership in the presidential debate is about winning and losing and about becoming victorious and defeating your opponent, in the other space, we see the leader of Jesus, who seemingly loses everything so that we can all be winners. I don't mean winning and losing in the way that the world often thinks of it, that Jesus is the loser and somehow everybody else wins. I think the whole idea of what Jesus did was to completely reverse our thinking about what winning and losing means. See, Jesus surrendered his life, he surrendered everything, and the disciples surely thought that this was the end. And yet what Jesus did through that was open the door for us to be reconciled with God, to be in full relationship with God. And not just with God, but with each other as well. That table that was set in the upper room was a table that, though it was just for 12 disciples that night, it really is a table that is much larger. It's a table that's open to everyone. Jesus said, "Let the nations come." It's a table for all of us. This Sunday, as we celebrate World Communion Sunday, we're going to do that with a special communion service, an in-person communion service in our parking lot. I hope you'll be able to join us. It's at 4:30 Sunday afternoon. It'll be fairly brief. We encourage you to just drive your car in. We'll direct you as to how to park when you get here. We'll celebrate the liturgy of communion, and then Reverend Gregory and Reverend Amanda and I will be coming around, and we'll share communion elements with each person. It'll be good just to be in one another's company, even as we are socially distanced and wearing our masks, even if it's only for 20 or 25 minutes, just to be together, because it's a reminder of this central event of the Christian faith. It's a reminder of how Jesus came together with his disciples, came together with those who believe in him, who love him, and said, "This is my body. It's broken." It's not just broken apart, it's broken for you. For us. He said, "This is my cup." It's not just his blood that was shed, it's blood that was poured out for us. And it's an act of self-giving that reverses the whole concept of winning and losing. Friends, we are all made winners in this, and when Christ rose again on that Easter day, it was a complete shock to all of us because it changed forever the way we think about the powers of this world, the power of sin, the power of even death. A lot's going to happen over the next few months and in the life of this country and of the world indeed. And those things are important. Friends, it's also really important to remember that this is a moment in time. And there is something that's much greater than this moment in time. It's about being together. It's about recognizing the love that God has for us, a love that is self-emptying, self-giving. And it's a love we're called to participate in as well, to be ourselves self-emptying, self-giving, so that others can have life. I pray that you'll hold that in your heart, and whether you can join us in person this Sunday or just in your own space with your own bread and your own cup, to remember this meal and to remember what Jesus did for us and who Jesus calls us to be. Friends, be happy, be safe, be well, and may God bless you.